Do you ever feel you need a little something extra to get you through the day? Something powerful? Something magical? Something better than coffee? But you're busy, have things to do, and don't have time to wait for a fairy godmother? We've got you covered with our new Emergency Tiara. Placed strategically in ready-to-use stations around your home and workplace, the Emergency Tiara will instantly give you the power you need. Using nearly lost ancient technology combined with powerful magic, pixie dust, and unobtainium, the Emergency Tiara provides an instantly available, portable solution to your problems. It will turn your frown upside down and change your circumstances. Optional customizable potions are available in convenient bottles for those super difficult situations when basic magic just isn't enough. Choose which potions you might need, and they will be there, ready to use whenever you need them and can be refilled after use. No Horcruxes were used in the creation of the Emergency Tiara or its potions.
Warning: children under 10, shapeshifters, and country music fans should avoid prolonged exposure to the Emergency Tiara. Do not use the Emergency Tiara during solar eclipses. Discontinue use of the Emergency Tiara if any of the following occurs: vertigo, dizziness, time-space rift, deja vu involving black cats, temporary blindness, or unexpected levitation. A few years ago, I stumbled across this picture of an Emergency Tiara from a children's hospital. I remember thinking what a great idea that was for that hospital, where a scared kid could be given a real tiara right out of an official hospital supply cabinet. I am part of an organization that visits kids in hospitals and does other similar charity work. We dress up as Star Wars characters. It's not weird. There are thousands of us who do this, like grown-ups. The happy reactions we get when we walk into an ICU ward make me realize just how brilliant that original Emergency Tiara was. Just like us walking into a hospital dressed as sci-fi characters, that original Emergency Tiara allowed the staff at that hospital to direct the attention of their patients to a happier place for at least a little while. What a great idea that was. We liked the idea, so we decided we needed an Emergency Tiara of our own, and we built one, complete with magic potions right there on the bottom. And I've got to tell you, with all of the interactive stuff we've built around the house, the Emergency Tiara is consistently used as much or more than the other stuff. It's a real crowd pleaser, and it's fun to have on the wall. Unfortunately, our Emergency Tiara was accidentally knocked off the wall, and it broke. So we were tiara-less. We didn't like that. It wasn't as much fun around the house, so we built a new one. And I'm going to show you how to build one like this. Except on this channel, we don't just do simple things, do we? We're going to show you how to build this, and a smaller version, and a desktop version. The simplest version of the tiara is just a square box that holds a single tiara and has an Emergency Tiara sign. These are good in small spaces, and they're easy to build. The second version adds magic potions. It's more interesting to look at, and it's kind of fun to have magic potions on the wall. The third version is a desktop version. It sits on your desk or you can hang it on the wall, but it looks like an emergency first aid kit where you open it up when you absolutely positively have to have magic. You start the process by finding a tiara that you like. A 1.5 inch block that measures 5.5 by 5.5 inches will form the center of the tiara. If all you have is a block, well, that's what you use to make the single Emergency Tiara. The block is made of 2 pieces of wood glued together. The second version of the tiara is just a basic block with magic potions added to the bottom. In this case, instead of 2 square blocks to give you the thickness you need, you'll use 1 square block and then 1 block that's longer to support the potions. The third version is a box that contains the Emergency Tiara as well as 3 potion bottles. They're accessed by opening a door in the front with a plexiglass front. Okay, got it? 3 versions. We're going to step through each one of them and show you how to build them so you can have your own tiara. Let's get to the build. Version 1 is just 2 blocks of wood glued together with a sticker on it and some leather pieces. So we start with 2 pieces of wood and we cut them 5.5 inches by 5.5 inches square. The second version is very similar to the first, except the bottom layer of wood is longer to accommodate the magic potions. So we cut one block 5.5 by 5.5 inches, and then one 5.5 by 11. The third tiara holder is a box. The back of the box measures 8 by 10. The sides of the box are 3 inches tall. The top and the bottom pieces are 8 inches long. The side pieces are 11.5 inches long. 1.5 inch strips are built to cut the door out of. A slit is cut down the length of one side of each of the door pieces, and then cut to 8 and 11.5 inches. And here's the box put together. Note how the plexiglass inserts into the slit we just cut into the door pieces. Okay, so we've got 3 emergency tiaras here. The basic, the one with the potions, and then the break glass for emergency use one, all put together. All we got to do is sand them and glue them, and then we can paint, and they're pretty much done. Pretty simple, not a bad build. And now we glue the box together, starting with the sides. This is a light duty box, so there's no reason to use screws or nails to hold it together. Glue is strong enough. And everything is securely clamped together so it holds its structure while it dries. Next up is the basic version, with its 2 5.5 inch square pieces being glued together and clamped. And finally, the version that you saw at the beginning of this video. The top part and bottom parts were glued on and clamped down. Also on this version is a shelf that the potions will sit on.
3 hours later.
Then everything was sanded. Because when you're working with wood, you're gonna sand. And sand. And sand. The door on the box version of the Emergency Tiara is going to get some use, so we use pocket screws to hold it together. With the plexiglass inserted into the wood frame for the door, everything is glued and screwed together. The plexiglass will be masked off when we paint it, so it will stay clear. If you like the stuff we're building, then subscribe and ring that bell so you'll know next time we put a video out. We've got a lot of videos out already. We're building stuff all the time that we think you'd be interested in. We'd love to see you around, so subscribe and join us. Let's get back to the build. We have a collapsible paint booth that vents to the outside. So when we're painting, we open it up, and when we're doing other things, we close it flat against the wall. The paint booth vent intake is the perforated wall you see in the back. It's pulling all the paint right out through the window next to the paint booth. The turntable allows us to rotate objects as we paint them. We're not going to make you watch us paint everything, just suffice it to say that we painted everything. Next, we cut some dowels to 1.5 inch length. These will be used in the potion bottles. Glitter glue will be used as the magic potions inside the bottles, and to reduce the amount of glitter glue that must be used, a dowel is inserted in each one of the 6 potion bottles we'll be using. The dowel takes up space that more expensive glitter glue would have taken, and no one will ever see it. A straw taped to the tip of each of the glitter glue bottles allows the glitter to be inserted from the bottom of the potion bottle up. The glitter glue is just too thick to flow, so the straw allows us to form it where we want it and not up in the neck of the bottle. And by viewing this, you now know that we don't have any magic. It's all just a lie, but it looks pretty good. Remember how I said we painted everything? Well, we did, and here's the box getting its hinges. These holes are for screws that are going to support the left and right side of the tiara inside the box. It'll make sense in a minute. Here's the painted door with the plexiglass still masked. You can see the handle, and inside the two black supports we just drilled those screw holes for, as well as the magnetic catch. You can see how those black supports hold the Emergency Tiara in place. Since we're in the neighborhood, this is a good time to remove that masking tape from the plexiglass so we can see. There, that looks a lot better. The Emergency Tiara box is built, the plexiglass is now clear, the tiara is mounted, so it's time to put in the magic potions. Hot glue holds everything together. On the left and right side of the two Emergency Tiaras that are not boxes, strips of vinyl that look like leather are nailed down. This holds the edges of the tiara down so it stays in place. The technical term for these vinyl strips on the left and right side of the tiara are ears, because we're making this and we can make up whatever technical terms we want. With the box tiara finished, it's time to put the replacement tiara back on the wall. It covers up an old phone outlet, and this time we're screwing it into the studs. With the tiara holder on the wall, it's time to put in the potions. These are hot glued in place. We made our own stickers and printed them on vinyl sticker paper. Here's the big red Emergency Tiara sticker now. And the final touch are the labels for the Love Potion, Sunshine, and Stardust potions. That's going to do it for the Emergency Tiara project. We've got this replacement one here that replaced the one that crashed. We've got the pocket-sized one here, and of course the desktop version. And there's 8 more under construction out in the shop because this is the most popular thing we make. Everybody wants these. So instead of trying to sell these, I'm showing you what they are and that people really like them. So do me a favor, go build a ton of these, sell them, do different artwork, post pictures of it. I want to see what you're doing. And in return, subscribe to the channel so you can see the other cool stuff we're making. We got all kinds of ideas like this and things that we build. We want to share it with you. So subscribe to us and go build cool things like this because people like this a lot.